Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment. An unfortunate day today, though, as outside linebacker Harold Landry tears his ACL. He will miss the 2022-23 NFL season, and this is indeed a tough blow for this franchise. Coming off the heels of what was a breakout season for Harold Landry, coming up with 12 sacks in the regular season and 1.5 sack in the postseason in the playoff game. Now he's out. And this is really unfortunate because one of the things that I was really, and still am, relying on this team is its defense this year. I still think this could be a strong offense. I still think it could be a very competitive offense. Now, I don't think it's going to be the offense that we saw in 2020. That offense was, again, probably the best since NC Titans history. Definitely one of the most exciting, very dynamic. 2021 was almost anything but that. And I think it's going to be somewhere in the middle. It should be somewhere in the middle. If it's very reminiscent to 2021, it'll be extremely frustrating, but it should be closer to being one of the stronger one of the stronger offenses in the league. Maybe not one of the strongest, but one of the better offenses in the league. But the defense, I was really looking forward to the defense, especially after what I've been seeing from some of the rookies on this team. Roger McCreary, man, this guy has been performing well in practice. I think he's going to start. I think he might start over Caleb Farley. In fact, I think he will, opposite of Christian Fulton. But regardless, whether it's Farley out there or McCreary, Farley doesn't count as a rookie, but it's going to be his first year really playing in this league. So having them two added to the backfield, development in Christian Fulton, I was excited for that. The pass rush being the same, I was excited for continued, assimilation for Bud Dupree, who I'd like to see play better, and now he's going to have no choice. We're going to have to see prime Bud Dupree now with Harold Landry out. Are we going to see that? I don't know. That is Bud Dupree. Okay, so we're going to have to see on that front. And, as long as he stays out of trouble, and he is, and, he's keeping his head down, there's no indication that, anything else is going to happen as it pertains to him. I expect he'll pick up the slack. Will it be enough from him alone? No. So now we're going to have to look at other options. Ola Adeni should now be the starter opposite of him. Yuck. Now, look, Ola Adeni, he's good as a rotational pass rusher. Okay, maybe not the word good. He's decent as a rotational pass rusher, and I'm sure he's going to come in, and I'm sure he's going to do fine. But Rashad Weaver, that's really the guy that we're going to have to see come in and really step up. Now, I've been seeing flashes from him. We've all been seeing flashes from him ever since he played in his first preseason game last year. Got the injury last year, didn't play. Now we see him again, training camp showing effort. He played almost the entire of the third preseason game and showed incredible effort and tenacity. And I think that this guy can play. I think it's going to be interesting. Is that enough? Still no. However, we're kind of screwed. Now, I would go to the free agent market, but it stinks. Right before this video, I was like, okay, so who can we pick up to come save the day? You're talking about Jason Pierre-Paul, who, look, had a very nice campaign in 2020 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and was essential to the Super Bowl victory. I don't want Jason Pierre-Paul after what I saw last season. He looks like he's done. Takaris McKinley, yuck. There's like no names out there worth a damn right now in terms of pass rusher. There was one that would have been intriguing in Trey Flowers. He got picked up about 3 days ago. And even I don't know if he was going to be a fit in our 3-4 defense at all. So we're just kind of screwed in terms of free agent outside linebackers currently. Now, perhaps we can wait and see if some more cuts happen. And more importantly, and this is where the scouting report needs to come in, just do your homework on these preseason games. See, there's got to be some young pass rushers that were playing well that made it up on the practice squad for some of these teams, and you just got to try to snipe them or pick them up or something, or you got to start hitting the phone lines and saying, okay, what pass rushers are kind of falling out of your rotation? Who can we get for a conditional 6-7 round pick? But I think you have to do that. I think you have to do either or. They will do either or. I would prefer a veteran, maybe. I mean, it would really depend on Rashad Weaver's going to play. If he really is playing well and he's already looking like damn near star level, then maybe not. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Even though I'm very optimistic about him, I don't know if that's going to be the case. Now, also, we have David Enihi, who we have on our own practice squad. Fine. They're probably gonna, call him up, I'm sure. But I want someone else. I think we need to pick up someone else. I think I prefer a veteran, but not one of the names I just listed in terms of a free agent. The free agents stink. I mean, I think JC Pierre-Paul, it would be a risk. It'd be interesting. But I want to give Rashad Weaver snaps first, because if you're going to sign JPP, you probably have to play him for him to feel comfortable enough to even sign with you. Whereas what I've seen in recent seasons, as you go into the year, some of these veteran guys get cut and get moved. Von Miller got moved, ridiculously so. I mean, I still can't believe Von Miller got moved and ended up being as integral as he was. Preposterous. You saw Terrell Suggs. Now, Terrell Suggs did not make a big impact at all, but Terrell Suggs get picked up by the Kansas City Chiefs. There's going to be opportunity to pick up a veteran. I'm sure of that. And I want to see how the season develops, because some of these veterans now, they're just going to kind of complain, and then they're going to get cut. And then you just go in there and you swoop in and you take one. So, look, the hope is that Rashad Weaver can come in and play well, and we won't have to worry about this. But at the very least, we still need a fourth guy. At the very least, we still need a fourth guy. And for now, it would be David and the guy in there. And that's 100%. And we're going to have to see who that's going to be. But this is a hard blow. I mean, being heard. Yeah, the audio. Okay, now my audio's back. I don't know what happened. But yeah, so where was my train of thought there? Yeah, so again, looking on the inside, we're gonna see how Zach Cunningham plays this season. And then David Long, look, he can play well. But is he an all-star? Is he a Pro Bowler? Is he going to set to be that? Probably not. So now our linebackers are a weakness. Our linebackers are now a weakness. That's unfortunate. And you look at our front seven, or I guess our front three, I should say. Our front seven overall, I think, is now, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a weakness, though, because you still have Nico Autry and you still have Jeffrey Simmons, and I'm very okay on Te'Ar Tart and Naquan Jones in the middle, but we haven't had a good nose tackle in years, and I don't know if we're going to have one. Would we, and I don't think we do this because he wants money, would we to increase because you can't increase the pass rush. And this wouldn't even necessarily increase the pass rush because it's not a great pass rush anymore. But just to help the front seven be a little stronger, could you call Ndamukong Suh? Now, Ndamukong Suh, that's a name that I actually would have some interest in. I don't think he's done. I still think he has football left. And I think he would be able to come in and do some things, and he still wants to play. I mean, I saw this headline as of like last week. He still wants to play. I might call Suh. I honestly would give it a shot. I mean, we've been talking about Ndamukong Suh in Tennessee for a while, and we have who better on the coaching staff than Jim Schwartz. So I'm just gonna throw that out. I don't think it's gonna happen because I think they want to play Tart and Naquan Jones, but it's something that I look out for. All right, so with that said, let's move on to the second headline of the day. That is wide receiver Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon has been signed by the Tennessee Titans to the practice squad. Oh, God, here we go. Now, I hope that this won't last long, to be honest with you. I'm over Josh Gordon. I can't believe that everyone in the world isn't over Josh Gordon at this point. This guy was relevant in 2013, and we're still talking about him in 2022. This is absurd for a guy that hasn't played well in 9 years. He's still relevant because, yes, he's still the great athletic talent, I guess, although at this point he's getting up there in age, so I don't even know how that continues to be true, but I guess it is. I don't know. I guess they're saying something in practice. But I just don't care about this guy. I mean, look, I don't think he cares about himself. I mean, I think that's been self-evident. He keeps trying to get back and come back and come. It's a drama story, and I'm over it. If he woos in the practice squad, hit my line, let me know. Because we still do need a deep threat until Racing McMath can come back. And I mean a true physically imposing speedster deep threat. Traylon Burks is the deep threat. He's going to catch deep balls this year. Is he a burner? No. Is Robert Woods a burner? No. Is Nick Westbrook-Ikhine a burner? No. Is Kyle Phillips? No. No one's a burner. We could use a burner. Racing McMath is supposed to be that. Well, guess what? Now he's hurt. So that's why we got him. And I understand that we needed that. I want to pick up the phone and pick up someone responsible like a T.Y. Hilton, like a Cole Beasley, who's not really a deep threat. Or just a reliable pass catcher like an Emmanuel Sanders if we need it. And I don't think we need it yet. We trust Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. We trust him. I don't know why. But we do. I trust him for what he is. 400 or 500 yards. That's what I trust him for. Not a yard more. But yeah. Okay, fine. So we're rolling with that. And then we're going to see what Kyle Phillips does. Okay. But if we really need another wide receiver, I want someone mature, responsible, not this Josh Gordon experiment. And that's what it is. It's a flyer. It's a total flyer. Yeah, I mean, it's just whatever. I mean, even Will Fuller, if you want a burner, is only 28. I know he was bad and he was like injured last year, but I think he's healthy now. So I would rather pick up someone responsible. I don't think this is going to go anywhere, to be quite honest with you. But it's a headline, and I decided to talk about it regardless. And then the Titans also elevated Cody Hollister to the main 53. So Cody Hollister is now part of the team. And look, and I'm already seeing people in the chat talking about Mason Kinsey. I mean, look, Mason Kinsey over Josh Gordon. Yeah, I would take Mason Kinsey over Josh Gordon. But I was saying during the preseason, guys, I like Cody Hollister more than Mason Kinsey. I don't know why everyone loves Mason Kinsey so much outside of his personality. And I think personality is good. I like people with good personalities. But at the end of the day, you got to have the best players out there. And I've liked Cody Hollister. Cody Hollister's never done anything to really annoy me. He's played well while he's in there. I trust him. I like elevating Cody Hollister even above Mason Kinsey. So we have our 5 wide receivers right now. We have Josh Gordon on the practice squad. By the way, I don't understand how the practice squad eligibility works anymore, apparently, because it doesn't make any damn sense to me how a guy that old can still be on the practice squad. But whatever. Well, that's okay. That's weird. But yeah, okay. So that's a thing. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on this. But that's about it. So with that said, those are my thoughts on the Harold Landry injury, on the Josh Gordon signing. And then outside of that, like I was going to do a 53-man roster analysis. The only thing that's really important is, hey, Julius Chestnut made the team. Okay. Now is he going to play? Probably not. So I don't know why he made the team. Because why is he going to make the team? If you're going to keep Hassan Haskins, as you should, because although I know he hasn't shown much, I still have faith that he could be something. I like how he looks in the open field, and I want to see more of that. And this is coming from a guy that always told you, I don't see nothing from Darrington Evans. I see something from Hassan. I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint it. I can't call it out. But I see something in this Hassan Haskins, and I want to explore it. And then Dontrell Hilliard, well, they like him. I wouldn't mind cutting him. But, they decided to keep him. So Chestnut's never going to play. So, I mean, whatever. I guess we're just afraid that another team's going to pick him up. Fine, cut Hilliard. I don't think it really matters. Seriously. But whatever. So Chestnut made the team. Congratulations for him. He's never going to play. But, we'll see what happens with him moving forward. I'll give him credit for that. I told you, I don't care if he makes the team, and he made the team. Outside of that, yeah, nothing really that noteworthy. Laurel Murchison to the practice squad. He's going to start dwindling away and never play for us again. I guarantee you that his NFL career will be coming to an end pretty soon. That's just the truth. Nice to see DeMarcus Walker make the team. Nice to see Jason Hand make the team. I want to see if there's any sort of potential left in him, although who am I kidding? There's probably not. So with that said, I'll move on to the chat. If there's any comments in the chat, at me, at SportsFan Entertainment, or you can send a super chat. Super chats always get preference. If not, then we can go ahead and get out of here. I will go ahead and highlight some comments that I want to call out that I see myself. You already have a controversial opinion, one that I'm sure we'll see more and more if struggles occur this season. This comes from Elijah Rodebarger, who says Malik Willis should be the starting quarterback. I'm going to assume he's not trolling, although I probably should. No, Malik Willis should not be the starting quarterback right now. Tannehill is still markedly better than him, way more significantly better than him. The thing about Willis, as we know, is that he has more upside. Maybe better intangibles character-wise and leadership-wise. And that's just maybe. I'm not even going to go that far yet. He's going to have to prove that over an extended period amount of time, but I could see that. But we'll see. We will see. We also had Real Facts that says, I think Willis is going to come in later in the season like Lamar did in his rookie season. It feels that way. And I had a friend, a personal friend in my life, that said, this is the projection that he was having, that this is going to be a Lamar Jackson-esque transition. I could see that. I do think, and even though I was very critical of Lamar Jackson coming out of college, I thought he was going to be a bust, or at the very least just a weapon and a tool, and that was it. And then been like a starting quarterback, but one that was just going to fade out or get injured, and he's been way better than that. I feel like Lamar had a way better shot because he was going against Joe Flacco. And Flacco was Flacco. Okay, Flacco had been on a long leash for a long time. Like, he had been waiting to be replaced, whereas Ryan Tannehill's not that. They still want Tannehill to prove himself. They didn't want Flacco to prove himself. They were just like, Flacco, can you just, get out of here as soon as possible? Tannehill's not like that. Tannehill, they just want to push him a little bit, want to just get an insurance policy. So I don't foresee that. But I also have a theory that I've said on this channel before. Whenever you have a situation, normally, when you have a contentious fan base behind one starting quarterback and you have a young quarterback behind him, or maybe not even young, you're probably going to see both quarterbacks that season. That's what the gods do. I don't know why, but that's what the gods tend to do. All right. Monoxide asks Kinsey over Gordon. I mean, I would rather have Kinsey over Gordon as a talent, no. But as a talent, as just for this team, yes. We have Village Boy who said, as Sports Fan Entertainment, will we be doing season predictions for all 32 teams? Yeah, so I'm going to release a video just giving my overall season predictions. That should be up. I want to do it either Saturday or Sunday, but definitely before the season starts. So I like to be on record with my predictions, knowing what they will be. That way I'm on record because, I always want people to come back and see what my predictions were before the season. So with that said, that's going to do it here for Sports Fan Entertainment. What are your thoughts on Harold Landry and Josh Gordon? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.